I'm Lee Emma Running, and I'm a sculptor and an installation artist. So a lot of what I do is make work that responds specifically to place and to the specifics, often of the natural world, in the places where I'm working. Hiking this trail and finding this tree, which was in the middle of a running creek. The creek was happening, and I thought, it's spectacular. Like, it's this gorgeous tree that also has these huge holes in the top that have shafts of light falling down inside of them. I thought, surely this tree is dead. But in the banks, in between the rocks, I found seeds. I found these little seed pods and took them back to the studio, burst them open, and inside there's this perfect network. It's like a honeycomb network inside of it, of these five-sided shapes. And that somehow felt like a beginning. Like there truly was this little seed of inspiration. The sycamore is unique in that a whole year's worth of growth gets packed inside one pod at the end of a branch. And the leaves are like the size of dinner plates. I mean, they're huge. But the seeds, the leaves, everything is packed inside this tiny shell. And as it's bursting out, it's just like this, it's super Baroque. So those are the images that I was tracing and building inside the visitor center in the Sassafras room there. Not only will it transform the light inside the room, it will make the light warm, it will make the light feel sort of articulated even at different times of the year. Even when the leaves are down in there, there will be that sense of color and motion inside the space, but it also makes the glass visible, so it will help protect the bird life that's also such a huge and beautiful part of this arboretum. So I'm calling that installation Sycamore Hatch, which is the sycamore emerging from itself. To hatch something is also to gild it, is also to make it shiny, so that's another definition. And then this is Sycamore Haven, which is this idea of some sort of shelter or a sacred space here on the trail. When I first came upon this tree, standing inside of it and realizing that I could touch both sides with my hands, you know, it's a room, but it's a human room. And there are holes in the top with huge shafts of light that were falling through, particularly when the leaves were bare in March. It was just open to the sky. And it reminded me of oculi that are inside of cathedrals, where there's a hole in the top of the roof that allows light to come in, focused shafts of light to come through. And I was thinking about how sometimes those spaces are gilded inside. There's often gold in those ceilings to bring light into the space and reflect light around the room. So that was the inspiration for putting something inside of this tree, which ended up being the copper leaf. And that idea of filling this tree with light felt like a really beautiful and poetic act.